God has put you in a great situation. Don't waste it. If you're listening, that means you're in a great situation. Don't wait. I don't care what the enemy said to you this week. You're in a great situation. Why? Because as sad as it was, you had the resolve and you had it in you to get yourself up, come to the house of God and say, Lord, I know the devil said this week, but now what do you say? I know that. So God, I need some direction on how to move past this or get out of this or live through this. I've got hit in the head this week, but I need to figure out what do I do. God says, all right. He says, I'm going to show you how to make the most use out of this good spot you in. God calls it a good spot. The devil told you it was a bad spot. But God said, no, it's a good spot because you got potential to grow. And how do we know? What do I do in good land? If you have the lowest level of mentality, what do? You sit on it. But he says, make the most of this good land and pass it on intact. Don't break it up. Don't subdivide it. Pass it on all together, solid like I gave it to you. To your children, ensuring a good future. Your problem is you're not thinking intergenerationally. You just thinking about you. So your maintenance is, how do I maintain me? I've never thought about how do I set things up for people in 22, 25. What is the rock 22, 25 going to look like? And what do we set up right now? So we position that rock 22, 25 to be in a great place. What land we need to buy, what business we need to start, what situation we need to put ourselves in, what certifications, trainings, degrees, experience, employment do I need to get? Because I'm thinking about a 200-year plan. And I've never, ever thought about a 200-year plan. I've only thought about a 5-year plan or out of the month plan. Just get me through December, Lord. And God's like, December? December. Lord, if I could just make it through December, I know I'll be all right. That's as far as your vision got. Your vision, you don't even have 30 days worth of vision. And some of us pray to make it through the day. You ain't got 24 hours worth of vision in you? You don't have no goals for 24 hours but to make it. So and what you understand is this, saints of God, there are communities in the world that make their money because they have a 200-year plan. In fact, they have a 200-year plan for your children. Why do you think all these policies are getting ready to change? They get ready to change so fast in our nation. You know why? There's the 200-year plan. And they know that if we can keep this group of people over here, and if we put them over there, if we only make housing available there, that's where they got to go. And we're not going to tell them that over there is where there is environmental problems. We're not going to tell them it used to be a junkyard, that it used to be an industrial area. We're not telling them that there's gas and oil and all kinds of environmental hazards in that dirt. We're going to just put the houses over there, and they're going to let their kids play in it. We understand that they're going to have cancer in 50 years. We know that. But it's affordable. And we want them to have cancer because we got to have somebody to do research on. So we're going to build a cancer research facility over here, just so, and it just so happened that we just got a new, fresh, conveniently built straight from the ground up right here. And y'all got to live over there. And then we're going to say, oh, well, we're going to do the research on you because we need to figure out how to make more money. And then we'll help you get sick. We'll make you pay us to keep you sick. Right, because the money's in the treatment, not in the cure. And we will hire you to treat your sick until you get sick. And we will set all kinds of policies that we know are going to put you that are going to put you in the criminal justice system, because that's the only system that we can put you in where we can make money off of you while not paying you. So we're about to change all these laws and incriminate all these things that are directed at you. And we're going to put you in areas and we're going to put you through things that we know are going to make you a criminal. Because if we take your jobs and your money and we make you live way out there and we put you on narrow roads with little bitty lights, with no playgrounds, and make you have asthma and headaches and everything, and you're gonna be irritated, you're gonna be violent, you're gonna do stuff because it's how humans react, and to the stress and to the violence, you're gonna get into drugs, you're gonna do all kinds of stuff, and we don't want you to abort the babies, because if you abort the babies, then that's going to mess up our workforce in 200 years. So we're going to outlaw that so that you have to have them, but you're going to have them in areas that the environmental resources are going to make you have them premature, because we have the data on that. So we're going to put you over here, let you impregnate yourself, have premature babies who are already born with developmental problems, who will then go into our criminal justice system, who will then be our next workforce. Thank you very much. And while that's all going on, he says, and don't y'all think about that. What you need to think about is paying your bills. And so he says, I'm trying to show you how to keep this thing intact, but you got to change your mentality. It's time to enlarge, stretch, develop. It's part of kingdom culture. It's all right not to know it. That's a great thing. When you finally figure out what you don't know, you say, I don't know that. Now you know what to, well, then how do I know that? Where do I get that information from? So now what we should be thinking about is, we're going to go get this information. We're going to get certified here. And we're not going to all send our kids to college so that they can be counselors. We're going to say, no, I don't, you're not going to be a counselor. You're going to be a city planner. You're going to major in finance. You're going to major in economics. You're going to major in this area of medicine and everything else, because we need people in the medical area that will treat us like humans. We need to understand how money flows. We need to understand how development works. And so now let's get a plan. How do we set up our children so that they are the next generation of leaders? So now, how is our children's church structured? And how do we structure our children's church that feeds into our educational system, that changes the mindset of our young children, and work with them and say, now, man or woman of God, and they walk now differently. They walk with their head held high, and they're no longer competing now as needing help. They look at the world as through, I am the world changer. I am the world changer. I'm not asking you for anything. I'm making myself available to make your company make a lot of money. So do you want to hire me, or do I need to go and then take your money? Because if I start my business, I'm going to take your spot. So you need to make a decision. Either hire me or be unemployed by me in a year or two. Because I'm going to put you out of business. See, that's the kind of mentality. So what are we doing with that? But we can't get there until we say, all right, come out of trying to keep your stuff. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Because as we're talking about kingdom culture, that's why God has me in this zone, because we got to think about all these changes. You got to say, wait a minute, so I've got to think differently. So the question is, God, man of God, now I'm thinking, now my prayer is, where do I go in that vision? Now I'm praying about purpose now. I'm no longer praying about stuff. I'm saying, now where do I go? When you said economic development, something jumped in my spirit. I don't even know what economic development is. Finance. My child is in first grade, Dr. Moody. So how do I set them up so they can be excellent in that? I got to work on their math. I got to work on this. How can we build their reading and their comprehensive skills? Now we think in vision for the first time. We no longer think in church. And so I want you to understand some of these things as we close, as I close right now. I want you to understand this. What you're experiencing in this Kingdom Culture series is an invitation to vision for the first time. But you couldn't be invited to vision because you didn't have the right culture. If we would have invited you into vision with the wrong culture, you would have messed that vision up. Because you would have been like, I need to know how you're going to help me and my children. And I would be like, well, we're going to start a school. Is it free? How much does it cost? It's going to cost a lot. Why? Because we want our kids to be able to compete globally. Well, I don't have no money for that. So now you know you got to go get money. So what are you looking like now? What's your credit score? How are your finances? Let's look at how you're handling your money, because now because you just found out in 5 years you're gonna need a lot more money. That's what you just found out, which is a good thing. You're no longer ignorant now. Now you know. Now you got things. You see how this works? And you see what's happening with many of you is this. Even as I'm talking, because I'm trying to close, even as I'm talking, what's happening is pieces of vision is popping in your head. So you're like, and it's like God is starting to open that door and crack it open, and you're seeing light that you hadn't seen before. And what God's going to do is he's going to start sending you. And you'll get dreams and visions. You're going to be dreaming, and you'll say, I saw myself doing. And I don't even know what that is. And God's going to say, look at it. Look for it. Go find it. Research it. I told Pastor Curl, last time I preached for him, I said, hey, how are you enjoying your PhD in industrial psychology? He said, what are you talking about? And I said, I had a dream that you was in a PhD in industrial psychology. It focused on this, that, and the other. He said, I'm not in school. And I said, no. I said, as clear as my name is Charles Moody. I said, I saw you. I said, it's a PhD that specializes in industrial psychology. You're going to be dealing with how organizations function in terms of, and how humans function within the construct of an organization. I said, I saw it. And he was like, I ain't never heard that in my life. And then the next Monday, he goes and he said, let me look this up, see if that exists. Bing! Popped up. From the same school he got a master's from. Then he was like, huh. Then they were like, hey, want more information? So he was like, give us more information. Ring, they called. Would you like to apply? And he was like, apply? I was just thinking, I was just going information. They said, well, fill out the application. And so within 30 days, he was filling out the application. He was writing letters. He was doing this and thinking the whole time, what do you do? What's going on? And now he's about to finish his second semester in his PhD for organizational psychology. Why? He moved on vision. He wasn't clear. He just moved. And now he texts me all the time. Thanks a lot. I got 12 books to read tonight. But I'm saying, no, pray. I'm like, good. That's what God does with me. So now what's happening with you is God starting to do that with you. You just heard a little bit, and now you're thinking, I don't know anything about developing communities. I don't know anything about rural economies. I don't know nothing about psychology. I don't know nothing about environmental hazards. But when you said it, something stuck in my brain. And now I'm going to stop. I'm going to be emotionally intelligent. I'm going to stop being scared. It's going to go. Open the door. If it's God's vision, he'll make room for it. He'll open the door. Apply. Well, what if I don't have the money? You'll have the money. Why? It's God's purpose. You just got to reorient. You got to say, now I take my resources now and I do like this. I'm just going to be tight, but I'm going to be walking in purpose. I'm going to stop giving over to possessions. I might not have a new car next year, but I'll have purpose. I might not have these shoes and this dress and this style and this and that, but you know what I'll have in 5 years? I'll be certified in this, and I'll be able to do what God told me to do. That's what I'm doing right now.
Thank you for worshiping with us today. If you liked this message, you can find the rest at cmllcstore.com. We invite you to join us again for our extraordinary worship services every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., Sundays at 4 p.m., and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central, where Dr. Moody teaches how to understand the Bible, and you can get all your biblical questions answered. We look forward to connecting with you. We ask that you subscribe to The Rock ATX on YouTube and follow The Rock ATX on Facebook and Instagram to stay connected to all The Rock is doing. You can also get connected on our website at therockatx.org. Again, thank you for worshiping with us, and be blessed.